How Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt's divorce got so messy, even if Brad doesn't think so. Once the most loved-up couple in Hollywood, born like a phoenix from the ashes of Brad and Jennifer Aniston's world-rocking breakup, Brangelina has taken quite the tumble. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie announced their split in 2016, just 2 years after they tied the knot in Miraval, southeast France, where they also co-owned a successful vineyard. 8 years of divorce proceedings ensued, leading to allegations of abuse, claims of forced NDAs, a revolving door of legal professionals, and more than a little crying over spilt rose. But don't worry too much, because Brad Pitt just said he doesn't think it was that big of a deal. When asked whether he felt relief over the divorce in a GQ interview this May, Pitt said, "No, I don't think it was that major of a thing, just something coming to fruition." Legally, Pitt also added that he's pretty warm and secure with my friends, with my loves, with my fam, which is quite the opposite of what we've been hearing over the last 8 years. In court filings from the long legal battle dubbed War of the Roses, Jolie's lawyers alleged that Pitt was abusive toward her prior to the 2016 plane incident that led to her leaving him and filing for divorce. Pitt denied allegations of abuse and no charges were filed after an FBI investigation. It also emerged that two of the couple's children, Shiloh and Vivian, dropped Pitt's name from their surnames. But on December 30th, 2024, Pitt and Jolie revealed they had finally reached a divorce settlement, bringing an end to one of the longest and most contentious legal battles in Hollywood history. Pitt has very publicly moved on, with the actor making numerous public appearances alongside his Swiss jewelry executive girlfriend, Ines de Ramon. The Brangelina dream is officially dead in the water. From Hollywood's iconic It couple that couldn't keep their hands off each other to embittered exes, where did it all go so wrong for Brad and Ange? How it all began. First, let's go way back. The two actors first met on the set of action comedy Mr. and Mrs. Smith in 2004. Chemistry between the pair, playing a married couple who both turned out to be assassins hired to kill the other, was said to be palpable. At the time, Brad was married to Jennifer Aniston, making him one half of the most adored celebrity couple. Brad and Jen's Malibu wedding in 2000 was no small affair, if you'll pardon the phrasing. It reportedly cost $1 million and was attended by the entire cast of Friends, including David Schwimmer, Lisa Kudrow, Courtney Cox, Matthew Perry, and Matt LeBlanc. He was the biggest movie star in the world, and she was the Rachel Green. People from all across the world were obsessed and ate up every available inside detail on the pair's relationship. Like, for instance, their wedding vows. He promised to split the thermostat bill, and Jen pledged to always make Brad his favorite banana milkshake. Their approach to marriage was charmingly liberal. "Neither of us wants to be the spokesman for a happy marriage, for couple dom," Brad told Vanity Fair. "I'll tell you what I despise. This too becomes one thing where you lose your individuality. We don't cage each other with this pressure of happily ever after. You figure it out as you go along. We feel it out, rather than setting policies and rules." Adding, "Jen and I always made a pact that we'll see where this thing is going. I'm not sure it really is in our nature to be with someone for the rest of our lives. Just because you made this pact, you keep going as long as you keep growing. When that dies, we do. We still have that friendship. We still have a good laugh, which can go in and out depending on the dynamics and outside influences. It's complicated, but that's what keeps it interesting." Enter Angelina, who came with a wild image, kissing her brother on the lips at the Oscars, reportedly wearing a vial of her partner's blood around her neck, etc., and described herself as having had a dark and dangerous youth. She was twice divorced when she met Brad, having been hitched first to British actor Johnny Lee Miller of Trainspotting fame, and then Billy Bob Thornton, aka Bad Santa, and the sleazy American president from Love. Actually, during her marriage to Billy Bob, the couple adopted a child, Maddox, from Cambodia in March 2002, but abruptly separated 3 months later. Speaking about her divorce, she told Vogue at the time, "It took me by surprise, too, because overnight, we totally changed. I think one day we had just nothing in common. And it's scary, but I think it can happen when you get involved and you don't know yourself yet." After 7 years together, and midway through the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Brad and Jennifer announced their separation on January 7, 2005. A tidal wave speculation was unleashed. Both the media and the general public whipped up a frenzied Team Jen and Team Angelina rivalry, with brands even selling t-shirts for people wanting to pledge their allegiance. Angelina was pitched as the mistress, but both have always strenuously denied their relationship started as an affair. To be intimate with a married man when my own father cheated on my mother is not something I could forgive, Angelina said. I could not look at myself in the morning if I did that. I wouldn't be attracted to a man who would cheat on his wife. Not long after their divorce, Jen gave a candid interview to Vanity Fair, saying, "I'm not interested in taking public potshots. It's not my concern anymore. What happened to him after the separation? It's his life now. I've made a conscious effort not to add to the toxicity of this situation. I haven't retaliated. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't have a halo that I'm polishing here. Everyone has their personal thoughts, but I would much rather everyone move on. I am not defined by this relationship. I am not defined by the part they're making me play in the triangle. It's maddening to me." In January 2006, Angelina confirmed to People that she was pregnant with the couple's first child. It was the first time she'd publicly acknowledged their relationship. The pair then started assembling their rainbow family, as she called it, at pace. That year, Brad became the adoptive father of Maddox and Angelina's second child, Zahara. Both of the children's surnames were changed from Jolie to Jolie Pitt.